It's tremendously exciting. In the house, we have Josh Wood. Josh Wood is, you will know, as one of the most iconic hair colorists in the UK, and also has really researched how to do hair color at home. And today we're going to talk about looking after your hair. Do you have the right hair color for your skin and eyes? Because Josh and I share that same philosophy, that it's about that real synergy of your skin, hair and eye.
When you unlock that, that's the magic.
That is the magic. So
You've
on
got
the
the
show,
magic, Trinny.
well, you've got the magic, Josh. So on the show today, we're going to have 8 women coming in who are going to be sort of volunteers to discuss things. We're going to talk about how to deal with frizzy hair. We're going to talk about how to avoid brassy hair in between going to the colorist. We're going to talk about how long can you eke out. We have a cost of living crisis, so if you've been going to a wonderful salon, what's your next option if you don't want to spend that couple of £100, however much it might cost for you every few months? What else can you do? You know, going grey, what do we think about it? I mean, that could be another whole show, actually, because I think there isn't anyone in the office today who would be near in that situation. And then that colour change up, you know, if you want to switch up your colour a bit, what can you do? We're going to take tons of questions from the floor as well, so get all your questions ready and we will get firing. I'm just going to say good morning, Josh, to everyone. Tina, Vivian, Sarah, Paula, good morning. Helen, good morning. Rebecca, good morning. And we are going to get rolling. So, who should we get in first into the room?
Should we do Violene?
Violene, let's do Violene. Violene, this is an issue I have too. Frizzy hair, Josh. I mean, can I just say, do you think also that hair gets frizzier as we age?
I think when it greys, the texture of the hair changes.
Yeah.
So hair's protein. So when it greys, it kind of hardens. It becomes brittle and frizzy.
Yeah.
There's only one way to deal with it. Condition, condition.
Okay.
Mask once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, really helps. It sounds so boring.
Yeah.
But it's the only way to really hydrate the hair. And you can't change that texture.
Because that's become...
You can smooth it though.
All right, so what's happened to the hair as it ages? I just want to have the biology.
The melanin, which is the kind of thing that makes your hair brown or blonde, that's the colour in the hair, you lose that.
Yeah.
And when you lose that, the outside of the hair, the cuticle layer of the hair, becomes thicker and a bit harder.
Okay.
Now, people that are going, I mean, the reason I wear my hair so short is because it's frizzy.
Is it really?
It's like,
I never knew that you had frizzy hair.
yeah, I mean, I've had to I cut it off to
Oh my
avoid the
God,
frizz.
okay.
But you blow dry to avoid the frizz.
Yeah, I
you
do.
tongue to avoid the frizz.
Yeah, I try not to tongue anymore because
Right.
one thing I do realise is as my hair ages, tonguing is for my hair.
Well, it
because
is, but
I just
it gets
literally feel it
addictive.
going like that.
You were addicted to tonguing for a while.
I did it a bit, but I never did it that much.
Right.
I did straighteners
Good
in
blow
the
dry.
90s. Straighteners are the killer because it's like taking
Yeah.
it between, it's going kill, 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 kill. And as much as there are all those nice ones nowadays, I feel still.
Look,
it's so
I
much
think with the
heat on
right
there.
condition, the right mask, the right heat protective product, you're okay doing some heat styling once a week or something. I mean, it's not the devil anymore like it used to be, but
It's
people
still
get
intense heat on your hair.
It's still intense
All
heat,
right, fine.
yeah.
So have we got Violene coming in?
Yeah.
No, let's just get somebody in and we're going to have the magic mystery person coming in and I'm going to throw it at Josh and say, what do we do? So just let's get someone in. There's Violene.
Hi.
There's Violene, yes, Josh.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Violene.
Good, how are you?
Very good.
She
thank
works
you.
in new product development. So Violene, first of all, we're going to do 2 things here today.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't expect this. We're going to look at, first of all, do you have the best colour for your skin and eyes? Are you ready to do that challenge?
Yep.
All right, so you're naturally
Dark brown.
very dark brown. All right.
Yeah.
And when did you start going blonder?
I've done that from the past like 3 years, kind of, on
But
and
you
off.
hate going yellow.
But I hate going yellow.
And it goes yellow
And it goes yellow, yeah.
because it's so dark.
Is that why?
So in theory, unfortunately, Violene's too light for her own base colour. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay, this is easy.
So when you
You've
take
got
that
the
away,
expert here. Yeah,
I mean,
closer.
it's quite
Yeah.
intense, the darkness.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty.
yeah, it is.
If you get too much yellow against the skin tone, kills the skin tone. So if you want to be blonde, I mean, I'd almost encourage you to go a little bit darker.
Okay.
So more like a darker, like a slightly
caramel.
mousy,
Mushroom
flat
brown.
mushroom
kind of,
brown.
Yeah. I was
Exactly.
thinking about that actually.
Okay, all right.
But the only way really to deal with hair that is kind of incredibly lightened because of the level that you're starting with, the darkness, is to use an icy gloss.
Okay.
Violet
What
shampoo.
does that do?
It will, anything that's violet will
Okay,
neutralise
so
yellow.
we've got some products from Josh here. You can get products anywhere because we're going to talk generically and whatever, but this is a bloody good thing. Lila uses this because Lila's similar to you.
But look,
olive
even there,
skin.
look at that against the skin tone where you've got less blonde.
Yeah.
So that mushroom brown that you already know,
Yeah.
I always find it fascinating. People know what suits them.
Yeah.
They're just sometimes
So why do
terrified
we
to
then,
go for it.
or why do we then? Because because Violene for you, it's the image of blonde. You know what I mean? What is it?
Yeah, it's like summery. It's like I'm so like my hair color, my natural hair color is just so dark. I'm like I really want like a big change, and I think I don't get as much of a big change if I go a bit like more brown.
Yeah. So it's
There
that
you go,
bad.
that's
So
the
it's that
answer.
bad. I'll tell you how it's very similar. Like, and because Violene works really closely with our Match to Me, and you know that system so well,
Yes.
and you know the reason we put an A for some colour and a B for others and a
Yes.
C for others. So you would never wear a C lipstick.
No.
So
But yeah, why am I
do you see
wearing
what
a
I mean?
Sierra
Yeah,
color?
that's
No, I
the
know.
thing. Yeah, it is that, and I just think it's sometimes we need somebody else to tell us.
But also as well, like if you were doing it really purposefully, like if you were going to bleach like Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
blonde,
Yeah.
that's a different.
Yeah.
Very
what
different,
this is
yes.
trying to be natural blonde,
Yeah.
Yes, that's very.
This is
and
true.
it doesn't look
true,
natural.
Yes.
No.
It's never going to look
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
on your skin tone.
Love that. But in the meantime, to
We're going
stop
to
it
give
being
you some
yellow,
of this icy
Oh
blonde.
my
you're
God,
going to get. I
really?
know this is product-free giveaway here.
Thanks.
And I'm sorry it's not for the audience watching, but we can change that. I need to get comments up. Can we do that? Sorry, I always then can't get the comments up because we've got the watching, but we have to find the comments because there'll be lots of people commenting.
They should be coming through.
No, because it will. No, because this happens, Faith, that we have this
Yeah.
problem with. I can't.
They
get
will
to the
come through
comments.
eventually. It's just you're getting notifications of people joining, but they will
All right,
start
fine.
coming.
Okay,
We can
great.
come back to.
We can come back to comments, and you can also tell comments. All right, so I'm not going to give that to you yet because you might have to show somebody else. But so cooler glossing for now.
Yeah, mushroom brown long term.
Yeah.
Still with a little bit of balayage of lightness,
Yeah.
just not trying to be blonde.
Yeah, just a bit of a lighter brown more than
Yeah.
blonde.
Yeah.
I mean, I always hate to be the kind of bearer of bad news, but you're not blonde.
No, that's true.
Yeah, and it's about
Embrace.
honouring our skin, and
Totally.
then because I think if we go the wrong, I've been so many of the wrong colours in my life, and when I've looked in the mirror and woken up in the
Remember
morning,
that green moment?
yeah, I've had a green moment. Josh says, yes, I had a fucking green moment. Let me tell you, it was really bad. And I think then you look in the mirror and you feel tireder because it doesn't help your skin to look its best, and you've got a great skin.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, all right.
But also as well, I think it's exactly what you said. A, B, C. You can't be a C in skin tone,
Yeah.
lip colour, and eye colour. Why would you be a C in hair
Exactly
colour?
right. Exactly right. So I hope you've picked that up. So Violene, there you go, darling. And frizzy hair rise, it's about condition. Do you tong?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
She's like, you know, you can't imagine. All right. And heat protector spray?
I do. I have an oil.
Yeah, that's good.
How often do you use it?
Every time, so I use a tiny bit before I hair dry, I blow dry, and then a tiny bit before I curl as well.
You would tend to find that the condition and the texture of your hair would change dramatically if you weren't bleaching it so much.
Yeah, that's
True,
so
yes.
true. And those dry ends that I get when I overdone bits, I haven't coloured for a while. All right, great. Violene, thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Send the next
much.
person in. So what are we picking up from that? It's about poor Violene came in for frizzy hair and we're like, let's see what's the best hair colour for you. But it's amazing, Josh, how we can intuitively know, actually we're doing this and we know that it's not maybe our best shade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people get a vision of themselves and they go for it. And there's, I've been colouring hair for 30 years and I've coloured everything, everybody. So I know what suits people. I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
The challenge normally is you've got to meet what the person feels about themselves. So Violene wants to be blonde.
Yeah.
We have to just give her that
That's
kind
it's
of
right.
mushroom.
What's that emotional challenge they want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All
that's a blue eyeshadow on the wrong person. It looks
Yes.
wrong, but people
Yeah.
don't see that it looks wrong.
I know. And sometimes we just have to do it for a while to realise we shouldn't do it anymore. Okay, who's the next person coming in the room?
Moles?
Oh, Molly! Okay, Molly. Lovely Molly's coming in the room. So, Molly.
Yes.
Gorgeous
now,
hair.
I know, she's got gorgeous hair. So, do you ever want to colour your hair, Molly?
Maybe highlights.
Really?
Not colour.
Okay, yeah. But are you just saying this to be on camera, or have
No,
you
no,
actually
no,
thought
I'm
I'd like to
gently-
do highlights?
yeah, no,
I've
Like
got a
balayage or
question.
Yes.
Right? I don't want a colour, but I want highlights. What's the difference?
Because I see it's like a sun kiss, like it could be natural. I get natural highlights, so I would just
we're falling back into
those.
that quite dark brown.
Yeah, go close up to camera so people
Wants
can see.
to be a bit lighter. Thinks that balayage or highlights isn't colouring. I mean, highlights and balayage, it's all the same thing. You're using a chemical to make your hair slightly lighter. I mean, what you would look amazing with is just some little bits of colour in the ends of your hair.
Yeah.
Not a dip.
Not a dip. What's the difference between a dip
Well, a
and
dip-
colour?
a
Because
dip-
I'd say, aren't they the same?
No, a dip,
Yeah.
you would be really making it look like it was a grown out colour.
Is that like ombre?
Slightly like ombre.
Yeah.
But this would be just tiny little micro lights, something just a little bit lighter. Very, very subtle, very natural, but it would really work well on your skin tone.
And light brown or blonde?
Well, you'd have to kind of start blondish, and then you can tone it. You can tone it to be more of a light brown, but you've got to
Why
get the
would you
lightness.
start blonde? Just because you
You've
get
got to get the
lift
lift.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't. You wouldn't be able to colour this hair light brown. It would go orangey. So you need to lift it a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Get rid of any undertone, so any yellow or any orange, and then you can kind of.
Oh, and then
make
you
it,
can,
make it a soft
Because I
brown.
look at you, Molly, come up close, darling, and I see, because Molly's got kind of, I mean, I don't know, you're not pale pink skin tone. I think you're sort of...
Porcelain olive?
Porcelain olive, thank you very much, porcelain olive. Look in the camera. Blue eye, with nearly a dark bit round the edge. You can wear black, and beautiful colour hair, and shiny and glossy. And whenever I do see somebody who hasn't treated their hair much, I'm thinking, don't treat your hair, it's so nice, that shine.
You see, if you hadn't said I want that kind of little bit of sun kiss thing, I let's say we weren't in this situation, I would say to you chocolate brown.
Yes.
Rich, deep, lustrous, shiny, glossy possy.
Think of...
Gorgeous.
Think of, I know who, it's Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Kaya.
Kaya Gerber. Look at her chocolate brown colour, Kaya Gerber.
Chocolate gloss.
Oh my god! But if she put that on now, would it do it?
It would. It wouldn't make a massive amount of change, but you would get a more solid colour. And where you've got like tiny little natural highs and lows, it would pick up on that.
So she could use that at home.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
But then,
shampoo your hair.
then is that a permanent
Semi-permanent,
dye?
it washes out.
Maybe you could do that. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I didn't know you did that, Josh. Can I
gloss.
just say? Yeah, for people who haven't done it.
Semi-permanent.
All right. So that means it would take how long to wash out?
About 6 shampoos.
That
No
would give you
commitment.
An idea.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's
That's like,
great.
shall I do it or not?
Yeah.
This is the
But I wouldn't
Yeah.
even move to a permanent colour with you. I'd just keep using that.
Oh.
You don't need a permanent colour.
And that keeps my hair in better condition.
Well, this is a mask and colour together. So while you're colouring, you're
Yeah.
conditioning at the same time.
Okay, she's taking it.
Oh,
you
gone.
can take it. It's gone. It's gone. That's so great. Thank you so much,
Thank
Molly.
you so much,
Send to the
Josh.
next person.
I'll give it to you later. I might need it for somebody else. I'm taking it back.
Taking it back. But I think that's a really good point, because we have, you know, when you have virgin hair, which is very rare, but I don't think Molly's done much ever. That first step, you want to take it so carefully.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
changing one's hair colour is really, really important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different if you're colouring for fun rather than colouring to cover grey, which is like a maintenance colour. I mean, you're not going to not colour your hair. You colour your hair.
I know.
She's got choice.
She has got
I
choice,
will take it very, very gradually and slowly. And also, there's a million different glosses. Try chestnut.
Okay.
Try black.
Okay. Oh my
It
god.
washes out. There's
It
no
does.
commitment.
So I could try black.
Slightly different on your hair, Trinny.
Thank you.
We're not having
because-
another green moment.
No, I know, and also because
Because you're already processed. Your hair's
I'm processed. So
already
that
coloured
is
and it's
really
balayaged.
okay. So that's for somebody who hasn't done
No.
much already.
It would work for you,
Yeah.
but you would be in caramel. You'd always be a little bit lighter. If you use something as dark as a chocolate, a chestnut, or a black, you'd be in trouble.
Don't want to go there.
No.
All right, fine. So I just want to show something that I'm still not getting the comments. Have you got comments?
I've got comments.
You have. So here, yes. Is there a gloss that will add a sparkle to grey or sort of metal? So let's talk about the idea of. Oh, really? Okay. So why? So yes. There's many women watching now who have decided to go grey. All right, and there's going grey and leaning into just going grey. But to me, there's going grey and having sparkle to your grey. And this is a fundamental difference, because the biggest fear for me, Josh, is going grey where I turn into my growler.
Yeah.
All right, so what is this and what does it do?
So first of all,
This is not a like QVC ad, by the way. It's just these are really, Josh has made every product we need to think about 4 things, and other people I don't think do this, but
So,
okay, yes.
Grey is a really interesting topic because a lot of people, it's kind of UK based, really, this thinking. Like if you go grey, you've let yourself go.
Okay, let's chat to them. They need to see your face.
So I am a great believer in grey. I love grey. I've turned a lot of people grey.
Yeah.
But
Well, both ways.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. But in the good way we're talking about now. Yeah.
Going grey or growing one's colour out doesn't mean you're not going to colour. It means you're going to colour in a different way, adding a few micro lights, a little bit of bleach around your hairline, make it look glamorous, make it look sparkly, make it look Hollywood.
So it doesn't mean you're going to give up going to hairdresser. It just means you're not going to have that regrowth where you panic.
Which can be torturous.
Yeah, for me, torturous. I mean, absolutely torturous. Yeah.
So when you've done that, or if you are fortunate enough that you've got a grey that is really even and really bright and really sparkly, like I'm quite.
You've got a grey.
There.
But is that natural, or do you put something on it?
No, I'll put this on it.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you didn't put that on it, would it just be duller?
No, it wouldn't really look massively different, but when I do use this, it just gives me that zing.
Sparkle. Yeah.
I get that little bit of brightness.
All right.
And I mean, you know, I've made this. It's a product that can be used on blonde or grey.
Yeah.
But any violet shampoo or conditioner or anything that's saying it's going to remove brassiness can, in theory, make grey look a little bit more alive.
But can it also make it look a little bit like my grandmother? It turned into a blue rinse.
Mrs. Slocum.
Yeah. So how do we not get to Mrs. Slocum?
Well, some
for those
people
of you
love
who know the
that because
reference?
I think it's.
If you suit it. Like
yeah,
if you have
a
the
slight
right
pink
skin
or a slight
and,
violet or a slight blue can look amazing.
Yeah, it can look amazing. Actually.
But
yeah.
not many people really want to walk around with pink, violet or blue hair.
Yeah.
This won't deposit. You call it colour deposition. It's like how much your hair drinks in.
Yeah.
This sits on the surface of the hair, so it's a bit like a mirror. It's a coating for the outside of the hair.
Okay. Whereas my hair has a banquet every night. It just sucks.
In.
So porous. Okay. Next up, we're going. Should we do L?
Should we talk to Alicia?
Alicia, yes. So Alicia is coming in. Alicia is our office manager, and she wants a colour change up, and caring for her hair post cancer treatment. Alicia, hello, darling.
Hello, hi.
Come on in. This is
Hi,
Josh.
Alicia, nice to meet
You
you.
come and sit in the middle.
I have the
So,
opposite to the hair that hasn't had anything done to it. I've had
tons of. So take us through your hair life.
my hair life. I started dyeing it when I was about 14,
Going
probably. Oh, everything. I've had everything from a platinum blonde crop to long, almost black hair and everything in between, including green by accident. Yeah.
Join the Trinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the green club.
Every single thing. But in the last probably 18 months or so, I've noticed that the hair just won't take it. It's become very porous. It's very fragile.
When you say it won't take it, what do you mean? It doesn't handle the colour well.
It doesn't handle the colour well. If I have highlights too often, it starts to break off.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
you've got no grey.
No, I
hardly.
know it's a miracle, right?
Well,
How
old are you?
52.
I mean, why you and not me?
I know it's quite, but it means
But
I
you know,
do-
the hairdressing industry needs you.
But it means I can go longer
Can I ask
between
you though,
colour.
naturally, what colour are you?
The root, so that's
Yeah.
about 8
Like a
weeks.
mouse.
Yeah,
Dark
mouse.
blonde.
Mouse.
Like dark
Okay,
blonde, light
okay.
brown.
Mouse, yeah. And I think that's why with my colouring I could go to extremes.
Yes.
But again, as I've got older, I think it's just the extremes look a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
you're
blonde
absolutely
or
right.
too
Yeah.
dark looks
Yeah.
a little bit much. But I try and do minimal styling, minimal
You've got lovely hair.
colour.
You've
But
got
it's
gorgeous
not.
hair.
It's
So is the colour the
it's
right colour?
porous.
That's what I'm
Yes.
going to ask you, because
In
when
theory,
you
I
look,
think yes.
because
Okay.
Alicia is a classic peaches and cream with a green eye, so I know that in our book it's neutral to neutral cool. All right,
Yeah.
in terms of looking at
So
the
what I
colour
would do
tones.
is I think you've got the right colour, but there's too much of it.
Okay.
I think proportion-wise,
Yeah.
I think you'd look amazing if you were a bit streakier, a little bit like, you know, maybe like a face framing with a bit more of your own colour mixed in.
That would be good.
I think we get into this kind of pattern of highlights where
Yeah.
they become quite pedestrian.
Yeah.
They become too
Alright.
like ordinary.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would switch this up with your colouring to really blend with your eye and your skin tone, but I'd make the front a bit bolder blonde and I'd start to grow out some bits in the back. I mean, when you go like this, right, you don't need to be that light.
No.
Yeah.
It's almost too
Yeah,
light
and
for
there's
your base
everywhere
colour.
there's a
On
lot
the
of
ends,
light.
yeah.
So
There's
a lot of
if
light,
I
there's
go
no
down
dark.
the back here.
It needs to be a blend.
Yeah, so it's like if there was a bit of, I'm just trying
Yes,
to find some
bit
dark
of that.
but just,
So you
yeah.
get some dark put
Yeah.
in.
Well, actually for you, I mean, rather than put it in, I just grow it out.
Grow it out. Yeah.
So when you go and get your highlights done, or come to us, we can do it. You know, like I would just highlight the front, and I don't want to do the back anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think it would look a bit younger, a bit fresher.
Yeah,
Well,
it just feels
yeah,
like
because
a-
can we just talk about that for a second, Josh? Because we, you know, everyone else in the office. I mean, this is why
So
I'm really happy we're
So
because
young.
it's like we're in the 50s club,
Yeah.
but it's having a conversation is on a quiet level. Josh is in that club too.
I am.
But it is that thing of, because there's this word about it's about, to me, I don't want to look younger because I'm happy with my age,
Yeah.
but I want to feel
The best
full of
version of
energy
yourself.
Yeah, and not dated.
ageless and not dated.
Yeah.
Not dated, that's the thing.
Not dated. And that's hard.
And that's the challenge with highlights.
Because they can. And
look
when you
very
said,
dated.
because I wanted to remove that word pedestrian from it, because I think it's a bit, we just did a diversity and inclusion. I think for some people that feels a little
Right.
weird. So I would say dated is exactly that terminology.
I use that terminology simply because I think too many people have it.
The same. Yeah, all right. So it's
It's
like
not
a lot of
individual.
people. Yes, all right.
It needs to
Got you.
needs to suit the individual person, not
Yeah.
just be a set of highlights.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
so for you, it's be blonde. You look good in blonde. I would just have a little bit more kind of bold statement.
Okay.
Because actually, you're not trying to. Again, you're not trying to look natural.
No.
No.
You know, and as you've said, you've experimented. Have you
Yeah.
ever come in and said, "Oh, I don't like colour. I'm afraid of colour."
I
don't
love
know."
changing it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So why would you have something that is kind of prescription
Yeah.
when you could have a colour that, when you walk out, people go, "Oops."
So can I ask you then, would you ever put a darker thing on, or is that when you couldn't do that? I just want to ask you that.
Like a gloss.
Yeah, like
you
a darker
You
gloss.
can't use a gloss over bleach.
You can't find
No.
it, just so we know that, because
It-
if don't get these if you have bleached hair. Yeah.
Disaster.
All right, fine. Just saying that. I think
With a
that's important
gloss,
that to know.
You've always got to aim for the lightest point of your hair. So if
Right.
you're that dark naturally, but
Yeah.
this light, you can only use light ones. You can use
Fine.
you
Got
can
you.
use champagne. You can use ice. You cannot use chocolate.
Great. Good
But would
to
that
know.
take that dullness, that kind of flatness off? If I
Yes,
did it? Okay.
it would. Yeah.
Do it with the ice.
Do it with the
that.
ice.
With that.
With
Yeah.
ice.
With that. Look, it's nearly the colour of her top.
Oh yeah,
you can't
I
take
dressed,
everything
I dressed to
yet. You
coordinate.
did. Thank you very much, darling.
Thank you so
That's
much.
really
Nice to
great.
meet you.
And I think
You
that
too.
that is, I mean, I think Alicia speaks for so many women of that. When you kind of think you want to do something a bit different. And this is the other thing that I'm just going to state, because you and I have made over many women. Yesterday we were both on This Morning, making over 3 really delightful women. And I think we get into this habit, and our hairdressers can get into a habit, if they sit in the chair, it's just a month later or a few months later, and they'll do the same cut and they'll do the same colour, because neither of them are challenging where they're at. You can just get that slight, you know, you and I have come across women and it's the
Yeah.
same, so they just
But
all have
in
the same,
our
all have
little
the same.
club, you want to look the same. You don't want to be. You want, when you go in, you
Yeah.
want the colour to be exactly as it always has been, because that's continuity for you.
It is.
You know what
yeah.
we're talking about with Alicia is she's colouring her hair to give emphasis, to give it a little bit of sparkle.
Yeah.
But it's not giving her that. It's
It's
going
about
the
how
other
do you
side.
then do it. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think
So
I'm
I'm
also,
not down on that. I mean, hairdressers are our function generally is to make people look natural and
Yes.
keep that natural look for a long period of time.
Can we give some suggestions here? Because I think where problems can come when you go and sit in the chair and you're requesting a colour
Mm-hmm.
is that you need like the translator, because you might
Or
say
tear sheets.
or tear sheets. But it's like, how can you make sure when you sit in the hairdresser chair that what you're saying is what they're hearing? You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, you know,
What's the
again,
best
it's,
way?
you know, hairdressers it's a really fine-tuned skill to be able to pick out what people. But you know, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody once sat in my chair and said, you know, I bought a picture of Goldie Hawn. Oh, I want this really buttery blonde, and I did it, and it was bright yellow. She felt bright yellow.
Yeah.
And actually, when we drilled down, it was this golden skin tone that she,
she
really
wanted. Yeah, so it's like working out what you think you want as opposed to what you really want.
I
Yeah,
always say,
yeah.
don't verbalise it.
Show it.
Get
Got
your
it.
phone
Yeah,
out.
show it.
You know,
show
in
it.
today's
Yeah.
world, we've gone on from people ripping things out of magazines. People come with Pinterest boards showing.
Do they?
me.
Yes, yes.
And I always say to them, tell me what you hate, because that's a really good indicator
Yeah.
of translating. Because somebody will say, I want to be really icy and pale and blonde, and then they show you something, and it's not that at all. It's something. It's more oatmeal-y, creamy, suede,
Yeah, yeah,
soft.
yeah.
So images
But
are
they
super
wouldn't
important.
use those words, you
No,
see, because
they
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't know to use oatmeal, cream and soft, because I wouldn't, associate that vocabulary with hair. So I think that's where.
Yeah. Although I have to say, you know, brands like yours, Trinny, have helped women massively understand what skin tone they are, and that does translate into
help,
hair.
yeah.
Well, you know, it's not like it was 10 years ago.
No.
It's, you know, people have got a much better understanding of
cool, neutral one.
Totally, and what suits them.
Yeah.
So that's a really great starting point. What I then need to do as the expert is say, right, this is how much colour you need, like a little tiny bit, not overloading the hair, making it look modern.
Yeah.
But starting with the listening and the kind of teasing out what people feel comfortable with is super important.
Fantastic. All right. Okay, we're going to get another one in.
We've got Nicole.
Let's get Nicole in.
Somebody was just asking,
Yes.
Trinny, what product for the grey? I saw that comment
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Icy Blonde will make grey hair look sparkly, and you can get it at joshwoodcolour.com.
Fantastic. And also boots or not?
And boots.
And boots, yeah. Any hints for those of us going grey? Intentionally, I have grey frame in my face. I think it's about what we were saying earlier, just getting that little sparkle in, and things like a violet gloss to really help to lift the thing. There she is.
Hi.
There she is.
Ooh,
Come on in.
lovely
So,
hair.
Oh, thank
Nicole has been so many different things. I have been like, I have been really mean to Nicole's hair. I have to own it now, because over the years I've like,
Trinny's cut my hair.
I cut her hair. She had some braids in and I was like, oh, I love them, but I think they're straggly ends. Can we have a chop?
She called them rat tails.
Yeah, I did actually. I know. And when
you are a frustrated hairdresser.
I am a frustrated hairdresser, and also I want to look out for Nicole, and I think, I know that might be a look, but I just feel, let's just get a tiny bit of the rat tail off. Anyway, where are we now with our hair? Where are you
This is
feeling
my
on your
natural hair.
Yeah.
Apart from the ends, yeah?
Yeah, apart from the end. So that's
bleach.
I went blonde like last September, and then
Go up close to the camera so people can see, darling. There we are. So
But
that's
now I put
your
in like
natural
a
colour.
orange wash and go, and it's actually not washing out.
It's not washing out. So you've done something. What did you want to do when you put that in? What
I
was
just
it
wanted
for?
just like a quick change. I thought it'd just wash out after three tries. You know?
And it hasn't.
No,
But
Great.
do you still want to be coppery?
not really.
I don't think she wanted to be at the beginning, did you? No, I just... did you want
I
to be
just
at the
wanted like
beginning?
a quick change, just like maybe a little bit of orange.
Okay,
and then,
so you were looking for orange.
yeah,
Okay, but like orange.
like a
Copper?
Like Faith orange?
no,
like that.
just like this, but it just hasn't gone.
Okay, so what can Nicole... So are you up now to think what can you do and see what Josh suggests? Or do you still want to hold on to the coppery red?
Thing is, I don't know if I want to go back blonde or if I want to just go natural.
I'd
like,
go natural.
Really? Because I want the curls to be good. Like,
Yeah. The more you bleach, the more you process curly hair. It's like your,
Yeah.
you know, like the
Yeah.
more it feels dry, the more you lose the texture.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it's all about hydration, using a mask.
Yeah.
Actually, like how you got your hair today, if you know, like in the office, I put a mask in, slick it back, and wear it all day.
yeah, I do that
It's,
sometimes. Yeah.
it's feeding
Yeah.
your hair while it's
Yeah.
there. I would say to you, it's time for a really, really nice chocolate brown.
That's what everyone's telling me. They also, my mum prefers me with darker hair than blonde hair.
And you listen to your mum quite a lot.
Yeah, sometimes.
But can she put that on then?
Yeah.
Because you said about the lightest colour.
So she's already got a bit of orange in there.
Yeah.
So that'll be an undercoat for
Yeah.
this. You wouldn't put this on bleached, balayaged, highlighted hair.
Yeah.
But actually, just before leaping in and doing a permanent colour
Mm-hmm.
dark, I would just play with this a little bit. It'll enrich the hair. It'll bring some of the texture back a little bit because it's so
Yeah.
hydrating.
Yeah.
But I mean, long term, you need a permanent hair colour that is brown.
Okay.
Literally,
I might try
she could put that on at home.
Yeah.
So how? Because can I just talk? Do you ever do at-home hair colour?
No.
No, I don't either. So this is a really good moment because to me, it's the scariest fucking thing in the
Yeah.
world. You? Mm-hmm. Okay. So how could Nicole feel comfortable if she's a virgin to doing colour at home? I don't know how many of you feel this way as well. To doing that.
So, first of all, it's all about finding the right shade, as you know.
Yeah, it
Matching,
is.
matching.
Yeah.
Get online. We've got online colourists, so you can have an online consultation. They
Yeah.
will help you find the right shade. Actually, doing the colour's dead easy.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you just you do your root. I mean, on you, I wouldn't even do this bit. I'd just do
Just
that
the
bit.
bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Match it in.
Yeah.
Get rid of the ends. Leave this. Throw it
Yeah.
out. There's nothing complicated.
Okay. She could do
I
a
mean-
stay at the office.
Yeah.
I
You
might
could
it
do
today.
it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I might do it today.
I
That's
could do
really
it. Oh
exciting.
yes.
I mean,
Hairdresser Trinny. is coming to town. So this is dark brown. So
Yes.
what am I going to do, Josh?
You're going to take all these elements, you mix them together. I'm also going to give you a miracle shot that goes in this, which is a bond builder and keeps the hair really hydrated while you're colouring.
Okay.
And you're going to, I'm just going to take you're going to just take the piece of hair and you're going to colour it from where you see the lightest piece. You're just going to do the ends, not the roots.
All right. So you just like mush it in?
Yeah. Take sections.
Yeah, mush it in.
Paint it on. Done. Leave it for 25 minutes. Finished.
I think
you have to skin test first though, so...
Alright, so maybe I'll
we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, but what I have to say, because Nicole, with your skin tone which is warm, eyes which are warm, just getting that warmth but not orange warmth, to me gives that incredible gloss to your skin.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, even this looks
I know,
gorgeous.
yeah.
It's when you start to put a bit of that against the skin tone.
But then it's kind of not, it's like
it
too
takes something
merging
away,
in and I think makes you look, you know, when it's like, I think when you go near your skin tone, you can feel tireder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all becomes one thing.
Yeah, so when I went green, I looked tireder.
I mean, I know we keep talking about the green, but it was
I know,
a moment.
it was a moment, I know.
I think there were tears.
Yeah, there would. I mean, fuck, wouldn't you have tears if it was green? All right, darling, thank you.
Thank
Look,
you.
we're going to have literally a colour today, a colour moment today. Oh my God, I feel it coming.
We've got a few more girls.
Let's just do quick. Let's do really quick. Have we any questions? Let's just fire me some questions. Menopausal hair. All right, so let's just do 2 questions. So, any advice for menopausal hair loss? I have fine hair, but have lots and lots of it until recently it's thinned out. I mean, I would say, what I know from experience of post-COVID or menopausal hair, and they're different things really, but one is hormonal based. And if it's hormonal based, you can do things like I like from Victoria Health Superior Hair and Biotin. You know, the combination of the two.
Viviscal's great.
Viviscal is also very good. And
but even simple things like lots of scalp massage.
Do you really think that does
absolutely.
help?
Well, when you're stimulating the blood
yeah.
to the scalp, it's feeding the follicle.
Okay.
So,
feed the follicle, stimulate the blood, scratch your hair like you've got nits.
Yeah, and also as well, if it's really long and shedding, it feels more dramatic than if it's short and shedding. Because you're only losing that much hair, not that much hair. So consider playing with style, which will give you a bit more body, but it's less terrifying when you get the strands.
Great, I hope that helped. Okay, all right, we're going to do quick fires now. So these are 4 volunteers saying, Josh, do I have the right hair colour? So we'll start with Jemima. Stand here, Jemima, in the mirror. Here's Josh. Come in, Jemima, show them your hair colour. They know some know you already.
So you're a yellow fighter, yeah? If you go too yellow, you don't like it.
I've never dyed my hair.
Right.
But it changes in the summer and winter.
So this is your natural hair?
Yeah.
But what, do you swim?
Yeah.
There you go.
Chlorine.
So you have that. I mean, you haven't got hair colour, but you've got a marked change of colour in the root there. You can see.
Yeah.
You need. I mean, I quite like it. It looks very pretty. I would put a bit of champagne gloss on you, just to make it look soft and take away any yellow. But for you, you've got to protect your hair when you're swimming.
Because it's so going to absorb the green.
Well,
the chlorine.
And then, you've got to wash it out when you've swam. And you've got to condition it every time you swim, unfortunately. Because it's a bit like that old product. You remember Sun-In that you sprayed?
Oh my God, my nephew used to use it. I won't name and shame him, but he really did all the time.
You are basically using a chlorine bleach that's in the pool, and it is kind of altering the colour of your hair.
Yeah.
Although be it rather nice, but you're not dark naturally at all. No. I mean, if you were darker than your base, which is there, and you were swimming and leaving chlorine in your hair, you'd be bright orange.
Yes.
So you're very fortunate. And this actually suits your eye colour skin tone. It's a good match.
Yeah.
Little champagne, and just make it look a little softer.
That's good to know. So if I use purple, it really absorbs it and it makes it grey. So.
But that's because the bleach is so active in the hair.
Ah, because of the swimming.
Yeah.
You see, did you know that? Isn't that like he's a doctor?
It's porous.
It's like biology.
The porosity. So your hair's like a sponge, soaking in the purple. Then you go a bit bluey purpley looking. So then you look yellower in the places that you look yellower.
Yeah.
So it's not neutralising the pieces that you want to neutralise. It's latching into where the hair's very porous. Too bleached.
So you're blonde and you swim. That you could get that bleach continuing to work, and you're slightly like my colour and you swim, and I know it goes orange.
Yes.
Okay, so champagne for you.
Okay, thank you
Fantastic,
so much.
Jemima. That's so good. God, that was like Mystic Meg.
Like,
you swim,
like
don't
a
you?
science
This is why
lesson.
it's like this. Okay, come on, darling.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
So Hannah, tell us.
Hannah's pretty perfect now.
Oh,
I mean, I think that... Hannah, what do you do with your hair?
Well, I do balayage
Yeah.
like twice a year.
Should we just say what balayage is?
Yes, let's say what balayage is.
Balayage is
first.
highlights,
Yeah.
but you don't use foil. You paint it into the hair, like you paint little streaks into the hair. It's a little softer than highlighting. You generally don't go right down to the root, but it's another way of highlighting your hair.
Yeah, I do it because I only have to do it twice a
Yeah.
year. And then, this is, well, I just blow dry it and then I use the curler like 2 days ago and then this is it.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
the root.
Yeah, and the
I
colour.
like the grow out. I
Yeah.
like the kind of, I mean, it's quite intensely blonde on the end.
Yeah,
Quite like that.
yeah. But having that here around your eye
Soft.
colour and having that slightly darker around your eye colour makes your eyes really strong. Whereas if that was around your eye colour,
Bit too harsh.
it would be a bit harsh. So it's so
Just
good.
for you, it's mask. Using a miracle mask once a week.
Yeah, that's probably,
Done.
it's a bit dry at the top. Like, just make it a bit more shiny.
Yeah, I mean, it would just make it look really super shiny and lustrous. I mean, you are the perfect example.
Yeah.
Gold star hair
Gold
colour.
star hair colour. Okay,
Thank you so
that's
much.
good. You've got the Josh Wood moment. All right, come on, darling.
Hello.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
gorgeous hair.
So, okay, come up close. Let them see your hair colour. There we go. What do you do to it? So you're naturally like a sort of
So
dark
this
mouse.
is my natural colour here,
Yeah.
and then this is balayage. I've also had like root stretches, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tend to keep I switch up my colour a lot.
From
So
what to what?
I sometimes this
But
colour.
it's always
root
blonde?
colour. No, not always.
Right.
I have been recently really dark brown.
Right. So did you bleach out from really dark brown?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, again, I think it looks really pretty. I mean, there's not a lot to say about doing any change. Oh, the only thing I would say is you can kind of see here where it was dark brown.
Yeah,
A little bit.
That sort of slight
There's this flatness.
undertone. Yeah.
And a condition for you. Are you curly or wave? Do you blow your eye or blow dry?
I do straighten, but I am naturally straight.
Right.
It's just I have very frizzy hair as
Right.
well. So
Yeah.
Straight and frizzy.
yeah.
Straight and frizzy.
I mean,
yeah.
that will, the more you hydrate, the more you. I'd use a mask as a conditioner, so I
Okay,
use a
yeah.
mask every time.
Right. Okay.
Supercharge the moisture in the hair because
Right.
you are ironing.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty gorgeous.
Yeah,
What can
I'd like
I
to
say?
say my favourite mask, because this is a brilliant mask. I don't mind doing things with this miracle mask. It's one of my favourite hair masks, and I do exactly that. I use it as a conditioner. I love it. Thank you so much, darling.
Thank you.
Okay, and last into the room.
I'm back.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Come and have a
A
look.
little bit of colour in the ends.
Little bit. So this is all natural for
I love
me.
it.
I was since 15. I was blonde. Like
Really?
I highlighted all the time.
Wow.
And then it was lockdown.
You found you.
Everything was closed, and I was like, you know what? I'll go natural, and I've just let it happen. And so this is since 2020. And so I have a bit of
Yeah,
remnants,
tiny little bit of highlight.
but
in
this
there,
is
but not
this
much.
is complete natural
Yeah.
there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Yeah.
anything? Looks
Why
gorgeous.
would you do anything? And that's when it's like sort of. I mean, I don't know if everyone can feel as good as you, because your hair is like the most perfect colour. Then your eyes, you've got this. She's got an amazing dark green eye, and
Very
and
straight,
it's,
very
it's
shiny.
Such a good colour to bring out the dark green of the eye.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just air dried. I was too hot to blow dry.
Oh,
this morning.
don't show off now. Don't show off now. A bit like just air dry. It's like when we're all going. Thank you so much.
Thank
well,
you
that
so much.
hopefully makes you happy,
Oh,
darling.
absolutely, make my
Good.
day.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think we've nearly come to the end. Are there any burning desire questions, Faith,
I
team?
had one from
Yeah.
the audience. I
Yeah.
saw someone say, how can you dry your hair to maximise your natural curls?
Oh, it's so.
Oh, you're
I mean,
good with
I
this
know.
one.
I mean, I've done so many different things, and I think it depends entirely on what kind of curly hair you have. So I have very frizzy curly hair, which has been processed a lot. So I have been doing a few different things, but Be Curly are two products I've been using, and I use first a hydrating cream, and then I use the activating gel. And I used to do the diffuser, but I find that dries my hair out too much. So I just basically just walk around the house doing this, and it's much
Does
longer.
it look good the second day? When
The
you've slept
second
on it?
day, the only way it looks good is when Greg, who works at Josh Wood and is my king of the blow dry on my hair, reactivates it by spraying water, and then like
Coils
it a bit, and then it does. Otherwise, like second day hair when I've had a blow dry is like this, which is great. But with natural hair,
It looks a bit frizzy.
it does look a bit frizzy.
I mean, that's
can
the
you do about
strange
that?
thing, right? Because one would think if you're leaving your natural curls, it would look better.
Yeah.
But actually, the smoothing out of the curl with the blow dry and then putting a little bit of texture in, that mechanical texture lasts better than natural texture.
It does.
I mean,
it's true.
the challenge is if you're wearing, I mean, listen, people say silk pillowcases, wrapping your hair in a silk.
Yeah, I mean, I do this, and I have it on top of my head, and also I take at the moment melatonin and CBD oil, so I go to sleep and I'm like, all night, I'm like literally down lovely, playing the fagging, and then I wake up like that, and I get up. So
you can do it, it's a bit complex.
Yeah, fine. All right, now, so
one more question.
One more question.
I had one as well. Sorry. For someone just looking to maintain the odd grey at home, what would you recommend?
Ooh, there you go. This is my new product launch last week.
Oh yes.
So
I'm
Trinny
so
uses
excited.
this wet cover, which is brilliant, but you find it a bit warm for your hair.
A little bit warm. I mean, what I love about it is I don't know how many of you but what I love is I don't get anything on my fingers. So I put it when my hair's wet, and I also put it a bit on the skin because I've got thinning hair. And then it works, but it is a bit warm for my hair. So this is.
So you could use that, dry it in, and then this over the top, and you're getting a double layer of coverage.
All right, show me.
So this is my new root smudge.
Fantastic.
And specially formulated for hair.
Yeah. So we're going to go into. Let me just find, like.
You've had your roots done.
Yeah, I've had my roots done.
Oh, but there we go. Look,
there we go. There's always a little bit.
There you go. Trinny's grey is gone. One side covered,
that's great.
The other side
that's
not.
Really
dead easy, on your parting. And this you can also put a little bit on the scalp near the hairline, so it just blends the scalp into the hair so you don't look too thin.
Yeah, because I think the other thing is when you have thinning hair, Josh, this is brilliant because, hang on, where are we? There we are again. But when you have thinning hair, so for anyone who's got a receding hairline, here, putting just that root on,
helps to blend
and make your hair look thicker, and I love it for that. So
I mean,
I'm so excited.
You're not thinning.
I'm thinning a little bit.
Quite often it's when you get a tiny little bit of grey regrowth,
and it looks thinner.
It looks see-through.
It looks see-through. Exactly, it does. All right, Josh is holding up the phone now, so it's telling us to go because I can't fix this. If somebody could come and fix that for me, that would be helpful. But okay, there we're fine. So I just want to thank all of you for watching, and if you have further questions, just leave them and we can ask if Josh can have a quick look on the feed and see what question we answered. If you'd like us to do more hair films, let us know what other things you would love to know. And I can't wait to catch up soon. Josh, thank you so much for coming.
Always.
I think everyone in the office was really scared to meet you, see what you would say. And I think you were brilliant with it, and you gave inspiration to other people to lean into what they instinctively already felt they wanted to do.
Trinny, you're a genius.
All right, Danny, you're a genius. Thank you. All right, bye.